it kind of makes sense to sell it internally, right? You have an employee or a family member who's super familiar with the business, has been in the business for 5, 10, 15 years. It's kind of like a no-brainer to a degree. But I think there's like a couple of things. I mean, a lot of small business owners, they don't really understand how lenders underwrite deals. And I think a lot of them are under the impression that my business getting approved for a loan, yeah, that's not going to happen, right? Like, or, well, I want $5 million for my business, but the assets in the business are only worth 500 grand or $1 million, right? It's like, well, that's not really how small businesses are valued. And whoever you're selling it to could get way more than you think they could. So I think a lot of it comes from not really understanding, how businesses are valued. Can their business underwrite for an actual SBA loan? And then, similar to what we touched on earlier, like I'll give you an example. I had a story earlier this year where I had a seller call me up and say, "Hey, I'm trying to sell my company to a group of employees, right? A group of current employees." And at the time, this was before the SOP change earlier in the year. At the time, you were able to get 100% financing to if an employee was buying out their boss, a management buyout was eligible for 100% buyout. And I said, "Hey, this sounds great. Like, let's gather the package. We can help them get 100% financing. You'll get all your money up front, and it kind of makes sense for you as a seller to go this route, right?" This was a few months before the SOP change in June, and I followed up with him a week or two later, and the response was, "Yeah, I'm just going to work with my bank that I'm banking with." And over the course of the next few weeks, I was kind of in contact with him. It kind of, they dragged their feet, and then they told him, well, 100% financing for a management buyout is not eligible, which was completely incorrect at the time. He completely just spun his wheels, and then guess what? The SOP changed, and the whole deal died because the employees did not have the enough money for equity injection. He wasn't willing to hold a 5% on full standby for the loan. So a lot of it just boils down to miseducation and misdirection. That's really what it boils down to, and that's really what I try to do is educate, educate, and educate. But you can't always reach the masses.